In today's video, we're going to check out the top 5 best DSLR cameras in 2019. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and more. To find out more information about these DSLR cameras, you can check out the description below. At number 5, it's the Nikon D500. Beginning this list, I have a very capable DSLR camera that's aimed at professionals, the Nikon D500. I specifically said for professionals because this camera performs like a dream with its quick and capable autofocus system, continuous 10 FPS shooting, white balance systems and low light performance that's only apparent in cameras that cost 5 times its price. On top of that, it's capable of 4K video, amazing image quality and perfect build. The Nikon D500 has adopted a similar body and construction to the very expensive D5, with its metal body that's very durable and is sealed against the elements, so you can use it in any scenario. It feels pretty solid in hand and minus the weight of its full body counterpart, giving a solid experience overall with its texture-coated grip and a thumb rest on the back. You'll get the full array of controls that are pretty accessible and offer a pretty wide range of options. The Nikon D500 is equipped with a 3.2-inch 2.359 million dot screen that's touch sensitive, meaning that you can't select all the settings from the screen, just the AF point and viewing your photos, but it's enough for a professional in my opinion. It's worth mentioning that the screen is very sharp and has plenty of brightness for bright sunny days, plus it's one of the sturdiest on the market. This camera comes with the APS-C format sensor with 20.9 megapixels, and it doesn't have the extreme sensitivity range of the D5 due to its smaller sensor. However, it does have an ISO range from 100 to 51,200, and from the 5 expansion settings, you can take things up to 1.64 million, and that's incredibly high and outstanding. It sports the X-Speed 5 processor and a 153-point multicam 20K autofocus system with 99 cross-type points. It's worth stating again that this processor enables the camera to shoot 10 frames per second continuously while still keeping amazing focus. The performance of the Nikon D500 is amazing in every scenario, delivering perfect results in every light condition, making it a perfect camera for professionals. At number 4, it's the Canon EOS 80D. DSLR cameras come in various tastes and forms, but if you want a machine that's capable of performing pretty well in every task, look no further than the Canon EOS 80D. This camera, while it is the most versatile of the bunch, is also an amazingly capable machine thanks to its features, performances, ergonomic body shape, and a good set of controls that are intuitively placed and appropriate for every skill level. You'll be pleased with the level of detail of your photos and the HD quality video. Design-wise, the Canon EOS 80D is very similar to its predecessor, which is a good thing. However, this time around, the designers have implemented a larger thumb rest and better controls and dials. The camera has an aluminium polycarbonate resin with glass and conductive fiber construction, delivering a great feel and reassuring safety and solidness as every device is drop tested. On top of that, the camera can oppose weather elements such as rain and many other elements, and I found that the touchscreen and controls work perfectly in the rain as well, one of the most durable machines on the market for sure. The Canon EOS 80D is available in many different setups from Amazon, but I would recommend to get the version with the Anon EFS 18 to 135mm f3.5 to 5.6 IS STM lens because it provides astounding value and is pretty versatile. The continuous autofocus in live view is one of the major selling points of this dual-pixel AF camera. This camera features a 24-megapixel resolution to result in better detailed photos with lower noise level than its predecessor suffered from. Your photos will turn out excellent. Another selling point of this camera is its ability to shoot footage in 1080p at 60, 30 and 24 frames per second, a feature that's great for amateur filmmakers, and on top of that, it also has video AF and your videos will turn out amazing. I can comfortably recommend this camera to everybody, one of the best in the market thanks to its amazing build, design, video, photography and amazing autofocus that's just fantastic. At number 3, it's the Canon EOS Rebel SL2. When considering buying a new camera for your photography hobby or even your job, it's important to take into consideration the purpose you're going to use that camera for. For example, if you're going on a photography excursion or your job requires you to shoot photos all day long, you need a lighter camera to make things easier. The Canon EOS Rebel SL2 is an excellent lightweight DSLR camera that's appropriate for every skill level thanks to its user-friendliness and Canon quality. I want to start by saying that the Canon EOS Rebel SL2 is the smallest DSLR, coming with a vari-angle screen, and it weighs 450 grams fully assembled. You can get the camera in white, tan silver or the plain black. While the white and tan silver paint jobs look pretty interesting and attractive, the classic black version looks fantastic. This is a premium Canon camera, and you can see that by its build quality, as it's made from polycarbonate resin and carbon glass fiber. This combination is very durable and sturdy, but doesn't feel nice to the touch. On the other hand, the hand grip is pretty deep and offers perfect support for this small camera. This is a serious issue in other smaller cameras in this category. While other Canon models use the 45-point autofocus system, the Canon EOS Rebel SL2 uses the same 9-point autofocus system that was present on its predecessor, a little disappointing but not a deal breaker. The AF points are aligned in a diamond shape and spread pretty well around the frame. However, you'll spot just one cross-type autofocus point. Throughout testing, I found that the AF system performed decently in all light conditions, well-lit and dim rooms, and it was excellent in focusing on low-contrast subjects. The Canon EOS Rebel SL2 features a burst shooting speed thanks to its new Digix 7 engine and other different lens aberration corrections and time-lapse movie mode. I was really surprised and pleased with the implementation of the in-camera raw picture processing, so you get your photo without any loss in quality. At number 2, it's the Canon Rebel T6. The Canon Rebel T6 might look weaker than other DSLRs on this list, but this is an excellent entry-level camera that provides excellent value for the price, and I can comfortably say that you cannot buy a better camera for the money. It's very easy to use, has a solid image quality, interesting features, a good screen and overall decent performance. This camera offers the best bang for your buck. It has an attractive design that looks pretty fun, with a textured coating on the front grip and a thumb rest on the back, really reminiscent of high-end cameras. And for once, I didn't feel like I was using an entry-level camera. The button and control configuration is very intuitive and very easy to learn even for beginners, and if you've used any other Canon camera in the past, you won't feel estranged. The screen isn't touch capable, so you'll have to select all your settings manually from the controls. The Canon Rebel T6 is equipped with a 9-point AF system, with one cross-type AF point and AF assist illuminator, and it's also capable of tracking moving objects, which was a little surprising in this price range. The system is pretty good in good light conditions, but not as good in dimly lit rooms, and as I mentioned earlier, it can track moving subjects, but don't expect to shoot racing cars or fast-moving wildlife adequately. In the processing department, it's equipped with the upgraded Digix 4 Plus processor, which produces pretty good images with perfect levels of warmness and saturation. In the raw image format, the pictures were a little lacking in contrast and will require a little touch-up. Canon's 18-megapixel sensor has proved itself throughout the years, and it performs well from ISO 100 to ISO 6400. Higher than that, and it gets a little noisy. A great entry-level camera that offers much more than its price would suggest, and it'll teach you the basic elements of photography. And at number 1, it's the Nikon D3300. Most camera manufacturers put special attention on their entry-level cameras, which may seem a little counterintuitive, but most users continue with the same brand of camera they started their journey on if they had a pleasant experience. Nikon has dominated the entry-level DSLR market for years now, which in turn has paved the way for the company's further success. The Nikon D3300 is an excellent camera that provides perfect value for its price with its performance, image quality, fun factor, and its ease of use. The Nikon D3300 has a very interesting construction made of a single piece of polycarbonate in its body that provides tons of sturdiness without raising the costs or the weight. It's relatively small and weighs just 460 grams in total, including the battery and memory card. On its right, it has a pretty deep and comfortable grip that gives a great sense of security thanks to its texture. In Amazon, you'll find it in many different setups, but I would recommend you get the version with the 18 to 55mm kit lens, which is very adequate for this camera and will further increase its value. It's equipped with an 11-point AF with one cross-type AF point, an AF assist illuminator and 3D tracking AF system, which is perfect for the price of this camera and will teach you a lot about AF systems. Interestingly, I found its speeds very high, which was not expected. In good light conditions it was fantastic, and it didn't lag so far behind in dimly lit rooms. This camera is capable of 5 frames per second burst shooting and an amazing battery life of approximately 700 shots. And in addition to that, it has a dedicated 420 pixel processor to gather plenty of exposure for white balance and focus. It has an ISO range from 100 to 12,800 and it's expandable up to 25,600. However, it lacks a low pass filter, but despite that, the colours are very punchy and details are exceptional for an entry-level camera. If you want to start your photography journey, there's no better way than with the Nikon D3300.